How on earth? How on earth? How on earth? Wow, day 89. This has been so much fun. Oh my goodness, I can't believe 89, 90 days tomorrow. Wow, it's incredible. And we're all still, rocking through the COVID and safe and so grateful. So awesome. Good morning. Good morning. I had so much fun this morning doing my dad's birthday post. Wasn't that awesome? I love my dad so much. He's just magnificent. Yeah, so that was what his wish for his birthday and Father's Day being so close together was a photo of his baby Great Lakes, which is that crazy. Even when Monique got there, she's like, that thing looks like it should be a remote control. Like, it is such a small plane, and my dad is a big man, and it's really fun to watch him get in and out of it. So happy birthday, Dad, if you're on here, because I know sometimes he checks us out. He comes in and sees what I'm up to, and just one massive support. Just love. So colossal confidence. This is the number one struggle that across the globe, everybody struggles with confidence sometimes. And my own journey, when I think back to, as a child, I really struggled. And then when I got into real estate, I remember, when we start anything new, how non-confident. So first of all, what's really interesting, what comes up for many people. So when I say we're going to create colossal confidence, I invite you just check in with yourself and see, what does colossal confidence feel like for you? Because so many people go to arrogance and think, well, I don't want to be super confident because those people, they're rude and obnoxious, and there's all these other words that go with a negative context. So confidence is anything but arrogance. Confidence is a deep knowing that you bring value. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So colossal confidence is the deepest, most grounded, absolute. It is your roots and your wings. It is that I show up and I am, good morning, I am deeply valuable. That's it. Right? So for me, the first day that I went into real estate, I remember, and love Myrna. She worked in my office way back then, and now I work for her. She knew everything. Like I was so timid, and I was 26 years old, and I remember very clearly thinking, I will never know, and I still think I'll never know what Myrna knows. She's brilliant, but she told me, sit down and start going through files and just start reading them so that you start to know what it takes, like in a real estate transaction file. And I just, the difference between that day and say 5 years later was unbelievable. So it is definitely, confidence is something that we learn, and that as we grow and as we do, and repetition in anything that we take on. So when we struggle in our life to carry ourselves with confidence, right? And that's, your shoulders back. I know my walking, I've had a few people say to me that they've driven by and been like, oh, like you just command this, you have this walk, and it's like, yeah, I know that I carry myself today with a lot of confidence because I love myself, and I feel like I do bring value. I really do feel like that now. So that is just this place of empowerment. So here's a tool that I'm working on in my mastermind, and it is called Creating Colossal Confidence. And one of the first things is to identify 3 people that you highly admire. So for me, you know, say Princess Diana was somebody that I very much loved and admired for her generous spirit, the essence of amazingness about that woman. And so it's identify 3 people. Sarah Blakely, billionaire, self-made, humble and kind, and a great mom and a great wife, and she gifts half. She is committed to gift half of her fortune to charity, and she is in this billionaires club. I highly admire that woman, and so I aspire to be more like her. And that, so writing down 3 people, and then the 3 things about each of them that you admire and aspire, okay? Then the next step in the Creating Colossal Confidence tool is to identify 3 moments in your life when you broke through a barrier that you didn't think that you could possibly do. For me, of course, the mountain, right? It's massive for me. The moment that I made it to the top of the mountain with 3 very fit men, 9 hours into a 0 training, 50-pound pack and brand new boots, hike, when I wanted to throw absolute temper tantrums that I was not taking one more step, and when I got there, there's nothing in this universe I can't do, right? That's the feeling. So that is the place, you know. And then another time, you know, other times for me were I won an art contest as a child. I never won anything, and I definitely wasn't the most artistic. It was, and I just remember this feeling, and that feeling of holy crap, you know, I'm the best at this. I won this contest. Things like that. Those are the three moments in your life, and then exactly how you felt in those moments, right? So, you know, those are the unstoppable, you know, words. And then now the using of this tool. It's great to identify, right? But any situation where you have any lack of confidence, that tool and that, you know, just having this conversation to tell you that moment of the top of the mountain for me gives me that level of confidence that reminds me of what I'm made of and what I can accomplish when I set my mind to it. So when I'm going into a meeting that is important, or I'm meeting somebody or picking up the phone to make that call that's a little bit like, ooh, you know, I don't know how I'm gonna be received, using this tool to say, and this is not for the rest of your life. This tool will get you to the experiences so that it becomes second nature to put yourself, Tony Robbins calls it, into state. It's like he does like crazy roar and all kinds of stuff. So I mean, you know, you got to pick your level of crazy, crazy confidence. But for me, honestly, it's like, you know, the more that I do, and I mean, showing up, like hanging out with you, doing things like this, that build. And it's just one step, right? And then all of a sudden, good morning. Oh, we have not connected. I'm coming for you, wonderful friend. And absolutely the difference. And when you picture a person and even yourself, you picture your stance when you're feeling shitty and when you're not confident and you're slumped and your head is down. Identify that person and call it out and be like, hey now, shoulders back, you know, shoulders back. And go to those moments in your life, because we all have the birth of a child 28 hours after, thinking that your body is being ripped into two. Those moments when you meet your child and you go, oh my God, I created you. This wow feeling, that's that feeling, you know, that feeling of look what I've done. Look what I have done, and what we have done. There's usually somebody else involved, but right? So those are the moments. I hope that that is helpful. We will build on this. It's just magnificent. And really check in with yourself to see what your conversation, because confidence is very attractive, not just sexually attractive, but attractive as in attracts people and other awesome, you know, it's a vibration, it's a level of showing up. So work on this today. I love you deeply, deeply, and I'm going to celebrate my dad today, making him prime rib and Yorkshire puddings, and I'm sure that y'all will see us show up somewhere in Facebook land. So mwah, I love you, love you, love you.